Hey folks, welcome back to the Sedgwick Jimmy channel. We're certainly glad to see you, and today we're taking a look at the history of chocolate, from a currency to a dessert staple. Where did this delectable comfort food come from? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, so let's get into it. Chocolate comes from cacao beans, which are native to the jungles of Mexico and Central America, and it was here that cacao was rather important, and the use of the drink dates back to up to 5,300 years. The beans are contained within a seed pod, the flesh being very sweet but the beans being bitter, and it was the beans that were processed into the rather popular drink. Cacao was exported as far as the Pueblo people in the American Southwest, but the Olmecs were the first to domesticate it. And though the Olmecs domesticated it, it was the Mayans that really took the ball and ran with it. They attached the drink to the gods, most notably Xchua, the cacao god, and held a yearly festival in his honor. Now, their version of the drink was typically mixed with chilies and cornmeal, though sometimes vanilla was used, but the froth on the top was very important. The Maya also began the system of using cacao beans as currency for everything from fruits and animals to prostitution. Yep, that's right, 8 to 10 beans for rolling the hay. The Aztecs eventually took power, and because they were located in the highlands where cacao didn't grow, forced area they conquered that grew cacao to pay them tribute in the beans. The Aztecs also attached the drink to a god, Quetzalcoatl, and both peoples also attached it to human sacrifice. It was noted by many that coloring would be added to the drink so that it resembled blood, and seeing as the drink was made as frothy as possible, it left a blood-red ring around the mouth that some found, let's just say, off-putting. Europe was introduced to cacao in the 1500s as it was brought back by explorers, along with maize, coffee, and syphilis. It started its tour in Spain, where it became very popular, especially when mixed with sugar or honey to cut the bitterness. Fun fact, they also tried vanilla and other flavors closer to the original recipes, but they found these to create stomach issues. From Spain, it spread throughout Europe, beloved everywhere it went, to the extent that Pope Alexander VII proclaimed that drinking chocolate during fasts was perfectly okay. The drink continued to be popular, but then in 1815, Conrad van Houten changed everything. He first added alkaline salts, which cut the bitterness, then invented a method that made chocolate both cheaper and more consistent. He's pretty much the father of modern chocolate. Now remember, up until this point, chocolate had always been a drink or powder, but all that changed with this man, Joseph Fry. He figured out that if you mix cocoa powder with sugar and cocoa butter, then the outcome could be molded. And with this, in 1847, the first chocolate bar was born. Fry started his own company, which still exists as part of Cadbury, then Kraft. Now, we had barred chocolate, but not milk chocolate. That was invented by Daniel Peter in 1875 through a partnership with Henry Nestle, who had developed powdered milk for his own baby food company. The two merged in 1879, and the Nestle company we all know and love was created. Now, the big name in American chocolate is Milton Hershey, originally a caramel man who turned his eye to chocolate in 1893 and built an empire with it. Hershey, however, is not the oldest chocolate company in America. That distinction goes to Baker Chocolate Company, founded in 1765. Alright, a few things to clear up here. First off, white chocolate is technically not chocolate, seeing as it doesn't contain any part of the cacao bean, only the butter that's extracted from heating them. Also, it's typically mixed with vanilla. Another thing is that chocolate has a rather long and dark history when it comes to slavery. Dating back to the European conquest, slaves were used to collect and process cacao, and that hasn't much changed even to this day, where child slavery and the production of chocolate is seen as a major issue worldwide. And that's just gonna about do it for our quick look at the long and winding path of chocolate from bean to candy bar. And if you liked it, why don't you give us a like? If you want to see more, give us a subscribe. If you have anything to add or any ideas for future episodes, let us know down in the comments. We appreciate you being here. We hope to see you here again in the future for more Sedgwick Jimmy. Come check it out.